One of my main goals, reading buddies. I want a buddy. Where's a buddy? I'm a buddy. You're a buddy. Let's be buddies and read. Hey guys, it's B, and I'm here with my 2016 Bookish resolutions update and my 2017 Bookish resolutions. I use Goodreads to track my reading and to constantly update my never-ending TBR. Last year, I set a goal to read 60 books. I was very frightened. Like, I'll usually set a goal at 50 or 52 because it's like a book a week. If I set it at 50, it's just under a book a week, so there's a little wiggle room in case there's a slump or a funk or anything like that. But I was convinced to up that number and challenge myself for 2016, which I did. I bumped it up to 60. Actually ended up reading 70 books. A couple or a few of those were single issue comics, but other than that, I know that I definitely read 60 actual books. If you've seen last year's video, which I'll share up here, I rather track pages instead of actual books because there were so many big books that I want to read. I'm not a super fast reader, so I know that my annual book completion number is going to be low. And I wanted to do it last year and I didn't stick to my guns and I upped the number, and the struggle was real and it took some of the joy away from reading. It's like the number on the scale. Like when you start working out, you know muscle weighs more than fat, and you know, you can feel it, you can see that you're in better condition, you're looking good, but as the number increases, you still kind of cringe. Like, it's a mindset problem, and I have it, and I feel like that with the book goal number. Except with that number, I want a big number. I want it to weigh more. I want it to be heavier instead of smaller. And it's just not working out for me. I'm not reading what I want to read, and I'm finding myself like cramming or shoving in audiobooks or other things like that just to get things done so I can like meet that goal and like whatever, because quality over quantity, you know what I mean? So this year's reading goal, setting it at a little low 40, you guys. Last year I also participated in the Big Books Challenge. There's a group on Goodreads. I set my goal at 12 big books. I ended up reading 14, so woot woot. I want to participate again this year, but I'm gonna up that number so I can keep in line with my focus of what I actually want to get read. I'm gonna bump it up to 24 big books. So 24 books over 400 pages. For the longest time, I avoided audiobooks. I wasn't sure, like, does that really count as reading the book if you're not physically reading the book with your eyeballs? I finally, last year, dove into audiobooks, and I absolutely love them. They have saved my reading from being such a disaster, and the only way I was able to reach my goals and to continue my reading was to listen to audiobooks. So last year I set the goal at 12, so just one a month, and this year I'm bumping that up to 2. I think I'll easily crush that. Last year I also had the goal of completing quite a few series, such as Game of Thrones, Vampire Chronicles, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, Memoirs of Lady Trent. There's a couple of Robin Hobb series that I've wanted to complete, as well as the Ethereal Tales trilogy. And I felt miserably at this goal. I didn't complete any of the series and only started 2. I started Memoirs of Lady Trent, read book 1, and I'm halfway through book 2. And as far as the Ethereal Tales, I finished book 1 and haven't even started book 2 yet. I definitely want to finish those and hopefully knock out a couple of the other series. Last year I also had a goal of exploring comics and graphic novels more. It's a genre that I totally appreciated as a kid, and I wanted to kind of delve back into that and see if I could still get with it. I loved it. I found so many great series to the point that I put myself on a no-buy because I have so many graphic novels that have caught my eye and that I'm interested in starting and that I've purchased that I still need to read. I will definitely be getting back into the world of graphic novels and comics more this year. No, I made a conscious effort to up my nonfiction last year. I was looking forward to and enjoyed very much participating in Nonfiction November, as reading more nonfiction was one of my goals for the beginning of the year. And I said that probably having a goal of one nonfiction book a month was high. And indeed it was, because I read 10 instead of 12 last year, but I still read more nonfiction than I normally do. And some of my favorite books from last year were nonfiction. So definitely keeping with that trend, want to up it. I'm gonna go for 12 this year, whether it's a book a month or however it falls in the calendar. When I was younger, I had a super high appreciation of poetry as far as reading it, writing it myself. In adult years, I haven't read hardly any. So I definitely want to read more poetry this year. That is a goal. Also, reading diversely has always been a goal. I want to continue with that because my reading is diverse as far as cultures and genres, but there are certain little pockets of diversity that I could focus on, like making a conscious effort to read more about physical and mental disabilities, LGBTQ. There's so many books that I have, there's so many graphic novels that I have and follow that those characters are incorporated in the story, and it's just something that I don't think about because in my own life I have so many friends that are, and I just assume that that's the world and that's how life is, but it's really not. Support it more with my reading as well. That's what I want to do as far as my reading goals. On to the channel goals, you guys. One of my main goals last year was more consistent filming and posting, and I did good. I did so good for so long, and when I fell off, you guys, I fell off hard. So for this year as well, I want to film more consistently, upload more consistently on a regular basis. I'd like to continue with the TBRs and wrap-ups. Not sure how beneficial they actually are, considering that I fall into a reading slump maybe like twice a year. Oh my god, you guys, like the ending of last year, like TBR, shmebr, whatever. As far as wrap-ups, I said last year I was considering doing it weekly because it's so hard at the end of the month to recall all the nitty-gritty and the details of why you love or hate a story, especially if I've fallen behind with my written reviews and not having anything specific to refer to. So I somehow might incorporate that into a weekly review or with my weekly wrap-up or my Friday reads. A goal that I wanted to do was more vlogging last year, and I did it and enjoyed it so much. Between VLOGMAS, Everyday May, my weekly vlog, vlogging for NaNoWriMo, even though I did NaBloPoMo, not changing that, keeping with that, that'll still be happening. Everything is still mostly book related, but I just want to incorporate other little glimpses of my life. Oh, I had a goal of connecting more with fellow readers and booktubers, and doing that through participating in readathons as well as buddy reads. I definitely accomplished both of those goals last year, and with readathons I want to continue with that. I've gotten a feel for what works for me, what doesn't work for me, which ones I like, which ones I don't. About a book, normally I have a really good time with that one. There was Read Sold Lit in February, reading books by and about African Americans for Black History Month. Absolutely loved it. Will definitely be participating in Read Sold Lit again, and there's usually a read along that month as well. Then there's Nonfiction November. Once again, entire month to read nonfiction things, or maybe just step up your nonfiction. Maybe not everything you read is nonfiction, but bump it up from what you normally read. Absolutely love it. A new readathon that came up this year, spur of the moment, was Diversathon, which was week-long, and basically the goal was just to read diverse books. Books that you normally wouldn't read, books that you've been wanting to read, find out about different cultures, whatever diversity is to you. Amazing, amazing Twitter chats. Like, love it. Hope they do it again this year. Definitely one with participating in readathons. Keeping that on the goal list for this year as well. Now on to buddy reads. Was so excited, wanted to participate in buddy reads. Super hyped. Oh, it was one of my main goals. Reading buddies. I want a buddy. Where's a buddy? I'm a buddy. You're a buddy. Let's be buddies and read. So the goal was I participated in buddy reads. Yay! Some of those were good. Some of those weren't so good. You can't buddy read with everybody because life gets in the way. It does. It happens to all of us. But yeah, so I'm selectively open to buddy reads this year, maybe. So yeah. There's people that read like super fast. I'm not a super fast reader. People that don't read the book at all. I push back my stuff waiting for you to read this book, and now the book like hasn't even been read, and I'm in January trying to read stuff from like a couple months ago. So it's all good. You live, you learn. I'm not a fast enough reader to rearrange my reading schedule and be sidetracked and not finish it and be able to jump back on board with it and finish it in a timely manner to catch up with the other things that I had in line after it. So selectively open to buddy reads this year. One of the major goals that I had last year was stepping up my editing and learning more with that. I definitely learned more, and I'd say end of the year compared to the beginning of the year, I stepped it up. I want to continue that process and step it up more this year as well. Lastly, to round out my goals for 2017, updating on a regular basis, socializing, stepping up my game as far as post on social media, even more active on Goodreads, step up as far as quality of reviews and the quantity, like reviewing everything that I've read, because I feel like my written reviews are so much better. They're way more thorough, more eloquently stated than my reviews via video. Okay guys, so that's it for my 2017 bookish goals and bookish resolutions. If you guys made a goals or resolution video, please share below. I'd love to come by and check it out. And what's the #1 goal that you guys have for this year? I really want to get back to enjoying books, not focus on the number for my reading goal. And it's not just like the pressure of keeping up with a number that I said at the beginning of the year, to the point that it feels more like work than actual enjoyment and like putting me in a relaxed headspace. So to get back that love and feeling, yeah, of reading. Oh my god, and a huge goal is to read the stuff that I already have. I can't believe I totally like spaced a mission in that when that's one of my biggest focus. Doesn't mean I won't run out and buy something new if it catches my eye. That actually kind of keeps me going. So just to have fun again. Those are my goals. Those are my focuses. That's what it is, what it be, what it do. Alright, let me know what's up with you guys. Happy New Year. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more in the future, you know what to do. Subscribe, bitches. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Low battery, fuck you, low battery.